My mother's not dead. I mean, she is dead. Did Mom die? When did Mom die?
I've been told that 100 times that your mom's dead.
Oh, you have? Well, you stop talking to my son. He likes to brag about Grandma being dead. Okay, my mother had the best sense of humor. That's where I got mine. So anyway, she loved. Okay, I'm going to tell us a mother story real quick. Because, and I know you all feel this way about your mothers, okay? That you think you had the best mother on earth, but you didn't. I did. No. She knew, and I know she's not unique, but she was our mother. She knew how to raise kids. Susan, who's not here.
Look at all the idiots.
Do what?
Look at all the idiots she raised.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I didn't say she was bright. I said she was good. My sister Susan one time, this is a perfect example of, in my mind anyway, how my mother knew how to raise kids. She was ironing clothes, and Susan wanted to do something or wanted something, I don't know. And Mom told her no. And she started stomping her feet to get her way. She's standing there stomping her feet, stomping her feet. Mom put the iron down, walked in the other room, came out carrying a fly swatter, held it up, and Susan stopped stomping her feet. And Mom said, "Did I tell you to stop stomping your feet?" "No, then you better start stomping." She made her stomp her feet until she was sick to death of stomping her feet, and she never stomped her feet again. And my mom never laid a hand on her. I'm going to tell one more story. Okay, I told you I have 4 sisters. Kay and Susan never did anything wrong in Mom's eyes. Well, I was in my mom's bedroom one time, and there was, remember the old pump perfume things, you had to squeeze the bubble? Tells you how old Debbie is. But, so I see this and I'm all curious, man. I start, whoa, this is cool, man. I start just pumping perfume everywhere. So a little while later, Mom walks in the bedroom, she smells this perfume. And she calls me and Paula and Debbie into the room. Not Kay and Susan, because they never did anything wrong. She calls us in, she said, "Okay, who sprayed the perfume?" And we all 3 denied it. And she kept asking, who sprayed it, who sprayed it, who sprayed it? Nobody would fess up. She said, "Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to spank all 3 of you until one of you tells me who did it." And Paula started crying. So Mom said, "Well, Paula, you're crying. I guess you go first." Paula stood up to take her beating. Well, her spanking. And I said, no, I did it. I did it. That's an applause line. So Mom said, "Okay, Paul and Debbie, you may go." I got 1 of 2 spankings that I ever got in my life for that. And when she was done, she said, "I didn't spank you for spraying the perfume. I spanked you for lying to me. And I never lied to her again." And that's the truth. Okay. All right.
Bill Bob.
Do what?
Bill Bob.
Okay. Okay. This was my mother's favorite joke, bar none. Every time we had a family get-together, she would say, "Tom, tell Bill and Bob, tell Bill and Bob." And everybody had heard it a million times. Oh my God. I would tell Bill and Bob.
Tommy, tell Bill and
Yeah,
Bob.
Tommy, tell Bill and Bob, and then I'll fry you some chicken. So, anyway, I did my mother's eulogy, and I told this joke to close out her eulogy. And so, anyway, she'd sit there the whole time I was telling Bill and Bob and go, doing this stuff, everybody else is just, okay, so here's Bill and Bob. This is not, I'm telling you right now, this is not politically correct. And I'm telling you right now, I don't give a shit. Okay. So, Bill and Bob were 2 brothers who owned a ranch in Texas, and they struck gold or oil on their property and suddenly became just filthy rich. So they decided, I love that shirt, John.
Well, thanks.
You're gonna leave that for me, aren't you?
No.
I got cancer, man. Give me a break. Okay. All right. So anyway, so Bill and Bob became filthy rich, struck oil, and they decided the first thing they wanted to do was take a trip around the world. So they did, and they got back. And Bob had always had a speech impediment. Bill had been on crutches his whole life. So Bob's out working the fence row one day, and a neighbor comes over and says, "Hey, Bob, how was your trip around the world?" "It was great. It was great. It's the best thing I ever did in my life." He said, if I didn't have to run this place, I'd do it again tomorrow. Guy said, "That's awesome, man. Where'd you go?" He said, "Well, first we went to London, England." He said, "That got the damnedest clock there you ever saw. It's about 20 stories tall, and they let you go up there and you see all the chains and cogs and everything that move the clock, and it's just incredible." And the guy says, "Well, how did Bill like that?" "Well, Bill couldn't go up there. He's a cripple, you know." "Yeah." So where'd you go next? He said, "Then we went to Paris, France." He said, "They got the damnedest oil well you ever saw sitting right in the middle of the city. And at night it lights up and you go up there and you just look around and you can see 20 miles in any direction. It's just amazing." That guy said, "Did Bill like that?" "Well, Bill couldn't go up there. He's a cripple, you know." "Yeah." He said, "Where'd you go after that?" He said, "Then we went to Pisa, Italy." He said, "They got the damnedest outhouse sitting right in the middle of town. It's 10 stories tall, leaned over like this. You go up there and you think it's just going to fall over. It scares the heck out of you, but it's just incredible." And the guy said, "Well, did Bill like that?" "Well, Bill couldn't go up there. He's a cripple, you know." "Yeah." "So where'd you go after that?" He said, "Then we went to Rome, Italy." He said, "And there we was, standing in front of the Vatican. Just me and Bill standing there in front of the Vatican looking. And all of a sudden, all these people just start gathering around." He said, "There's hundreds and there's just thousands of people. And they all start cheering. We look up and here comes the Pope. They're carrying him in that thing on their shoulders and people are screaming and hollering and cheering. And he's coming right down in front of me and Bill. And he looks down, he sees us, he raises his hand and they stop. And they lower him to the ground. And the Pope gets out and he comes over to Bill and put his left arm on Bill's left shoulder and the crutch come flying out from under Bill's arm. Put his right arm on Bill's right shoulder. He looked up and he said something to God. The crutch come flying out from under Bill's arm. And the guy said, and Bill walked. Oh no, he fell on his ass. He was a cripple, you know? So if you want me to tell that in your eulogy, I will. All right. That's all I got, folks. Okay.